Hello, I want to share with you how I made these cute little Easter gingerbread. Here I have an Easter bread ginger mold, another Easter mold with some bunnies, basket, and eggs. I have a little candy bar mold, a carrot mold, and a Christmas gingerbread mold. And then I have some clay that I got from Amazon in different colors, and on it also I have white foam clay. All this is foam clay. I will link the molds that I bought and something similar if I didn't get them off Amazon in my description below, also with the clay, so you can purchase these supplies so you can make your own gingerbread in any theme. If you want to do Easter, you can. If you want to do Valentine's, add some hearts, etc. But at least you can get an idea from watching this tutorial of how you can turn these gingerbreads into any theme that you would like. So right now I'm just taking a milk light brown and a dark brown, which I want to say it's milk chocolate and dark chocolate, and I'm going to make some little miniature chocolate bars. And here I'm just showing you how to do it. You press it firmly in the mold until it's smooth. And if there's any extra, you can fill a lump and just pull it off. You want to make sure your edges are very well. They're nice and flat and even. None of the clay is running over the edges. You can add as you go if you need to. If it's still too much, just pull it apart. And I can't stress enough how to press firmly to get all details and check your edges over and over again. As you see I'm doing here, just like that. And then I like to flip them over and press them again. And sometimes the clay will press out if it's too much. If it's just a little bit, you can just take your finger and push it back in. If it's a lot, then just remove it. I did just do a big old video on an Easter gingerbread Cottontail Express, my little version of a gingerbread train, and that's what I got the idea from to come up with these little gingerbread kids that I used in that video. So I wanted to share with you how you can turn any gingerbread molds into any holiday decor. You don't have to just go buy Christmas gingerbread, Easter gingerbread, Valentine's, whatever holiday. You can just add to it. 4th of July, whatever holiday you'd like to decorate for. Fake bakes. I did a fake baked gingerbread train. That one turned out super adorable. I have the clay video totally separate, and then I have the video when I put it together. Actually, I didn't make them out of clay. I apologize. I made them out of plaster of Paris, and I also have a video on that. I have tons of different types of videos, so please check out my videos. So here I'm deciding what color orange and green to go with. And I'm going to show you how to do a 2-color carrot in a mold. Now you can just use white clay, as I will show you later on in this tutorial, and just paint it. So I'm just putting the green clay on the very edge where the leaf part is and smoothing it out. And I'm going to show you again here. You press it in. You're going to press and pull. And check your edges very well. Again, I will be putting all the links in my description box. I just signed up to be an Amazon associate. I do get a small percentage if you buy from my link. So I would really appreciate it if you're going to go and buy the supplies, if you just use my link, and that lets Amazon know I referred you to them. Eventually the pennies will add up. Excuse me. Again, I'm just adding orange color here, doing the same thing, pressing it in and pulling to make sure it's level and flat, and then pressing it in and really check my edges. If there's anything running over, then just press it back in. You don't want to have too much and you don't want to have too little. So that's the simplest way to make sure you have enough. Now you see that one edge on that carrot, I need a little bit more. And you can tell. So I'm just going to add a little bit more in. Now a lot of people say you can just put like foam clay in molds and put some cornstarch. I tried that. Does not work for me. So I'm going to tell you what does work in this tutorial. So now I have my white foam clay that I bought off Amazon, and that will be in the description box also. This is a really good deal. And I also will share a bulk one. You can color your white foam clay with paint, but I really like the little kit that I bought. I wish that they were bigger. I really like the different colors. I wish they were labeled what colors they were, because I wanted to buy bigger bags. So here, this is just a little bunny head. I'm just going to fill that in. And this is a pretty flimsy mold. Now this mold I did try later on, because I forgot to make an Easter basket. You just put the clay in and pop it out. But it would not work. It messed it up. So I will show you how to do it without messing them up. So right now, this is prepare, getting our molds all ready. And what little details we want to use in our project. So here I have a little Easter bunny that's super adorable. So I'm going to use him too. Again, I'm pressing best as I can. And I'll turn it over and press again. I'm not concerned about the back side. My main concern is the front. See, that one has too much and you can feel and tell. So just pull it out and then repress it in. Now I'm going to do a little Easter basket. No, that's an Easter egg. I apologize. I'm not too sure where I got this mold. I will look on Amazon for it. So I'm going to make, this is a little basket. So I'm just making little embellishments to use with my gingerbread kids. And in this tutorial I do use several different types of molds, so you'll see the difference. See that one? I decided since it was a brown egg and not enough, I just pulled it out, rolled it, and put it back in. Now you see that one bunny down to the right, I took too much out. And I'm going to have to add a little bit more. And I did do that. And here's my gingerbread kid mold. It comes with the 2-pack. Now yes, they're showing Christmas, so don't be concerned. This is where I'm going to show you, you can make them non-Christmas. You can make birthday ones. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. We're going to do the bottom 3. I'm going to roll into a ball and press it in very good. You just want to keep working with the clay. The more you work with the clay at this point, the better you are, and you'll have no work to do once you take them out. I think out of all the molds I did, and I did a lot, I have like one little piece. Then you can see how lumpy that was. That means it was way too much. And you can also tell not only by it sticking up, but by looking through the side view of the mold. So I can't express enough of press, 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 and check your edges. You want all that detail. Gosh, that just gave me an idea with birthdays and all. Jesus. Now I'm gonna have to like make birthday gingerbreads and oh my goodness, my mind's going crazy thinking of stuff now. How cute would that be? Now I gotta look for birthday mold. I'm sure they have something with like little hats and if not, you can make your own molds by using flat back buttons and mold material. So if I can't find something, I'll make something. There you just saw, you can use a roller. I was in my kitchen, so I just used my olive oil. Again, look, I'm pressing. You can add to it, as long as you got the first layer down good. And see that bottom foot? That's why I said you gotta keep checking your edges. Because this mold's super flexible. And as you lift it and twist it and turn it, it's going to move. And now I have this gingerbread mold, or Christmas mold. Not too sure where I got this from, but I'll see if I can find something similar. And this has got a boy gingerbread and a girl. And this is what I'm going to make into the mama and the papa. Easter bunnies. I'm calling them Mrs. Gingy Cottontail and Mr. Gingy Cottontail. So they're going to be the Easter bunnies to bring treats to the little Gingy children. This would be cute to make little ornaments for your Easter trees if you do an Easter tree. Make great little gifts. Think about if you did like a little, just one gingerbread kid with like a little hat and a balloon. Even if you didn't add the clay, well, actually the clay you can just make into a balloon. It's so simple. But think how cute that would be to add onto a gift, as like a little gift tag. And write the year on the back, a forever little keepsake. I love doing these voiceovers because then my mind just goes crazy of thinking all different other options and ideas. Like when you're doing the project, you're only thinking about doing that project. But then when you rewatch a video to do a voiceover, as I am doing right now, my mind's just wandering and thinking of new creations. And wow, I wish I would have thought about that. My mom's birthday is coming up tomorrow, and my son's birthday is in 3 days. Geez, I might have to hurry up and make a little, birthday one. Make a video on that real quick, just to make a cute little gift tag. But I would not put a hole in it. To make it into a little gift tag, gosh, you can just like, oh, here's a trick. Freeze it in the freezer for 30 minutes. Put your molds in the freezer for 30 minutes. And that will make them nice and firm, so they won't get messed up when you press on them. Because remember, this is foam clay. Now, back to what I was saying. I wouldn't put a hole in it if you're going to make an ornament. Take a paper clip, cut it, hot glue it on the back. And then take a little piece of ribbon and just tie it to your little bag or a piece of string. Oh my gosh, now I gotta do that. Only because I got 2 birthdays coming up, and you guys got me thinking here. This was another mold I did, but we're not using this in this project. I used it in my other one. I actually thought I'd cut this out. Interesting. I think this app is messing up. 'Cause I cut this out twice. And now here is the Mrs. Gingerbread with her cute little dress. And then here's Mr. Gingerbread. Here's our cute little carrots. Remember, they all just came out of the freezer. And yes, you see other items sitting there. I used that in my Easter gingerbread train I just made. But I wanted this one just to show you how to make the Easter gingerbreads. So I just push from the bottom of the mold very gently and pull away from the sides. You see, it was like one little tiny piece that was hanging down. And since it's frozen, you can pull it off with your nail. They do defrost pretty quick. So here's the little chocolate bars. I'm going to give you a close-up of the 2 colors of the milk chocolate and dark chocolate. I did make bigger bars, but I didn't show that, and I'm not using it in this video. And I cut that out too. I don't know why it's still there. But here's the gingerbread kids. We're just going to push from the bottom and pop them out. What's great about freezing them, again, they're solid, so you're not going to get any fingerprints. You're not going to make any indentations right now. And they come out easy. Oh, that's one thing you got to watch for. You cannot let them touch, though. Foam clay, if it touches foam clay, will be stuck permanently. And like I said, it defrosts pretty quick. The only thing with foam clay, you can't rush the drying process. You have to let it air dry, or else you will make it super brittle. Now I'm going to take my little gingerbread kids here. This one to the right has a hat on it. But I want to change that hat. So I'm going to take a little bit of my white clay. And this does work popping out because of it's just a little section. And I see this little cupcake there. And I want to make that little whipped cream topping, icing topping, for his head. instead of the hat that he's wearing. I want to totally transform it. See, I just pressed from the bottom and it popped out. Now, it will not work if I did the whole thing. And I just easily put it on top and press it into place. And now now he's got a cute little top. Now think, if you did a birthday, add a birthday hat to him. You do Valentine's. I mean, you can add anything. You can leave it like it is. I really like them 3D though. Now I want to add a cute little bunny to him. So I'm going to add the little bunny. Now you're going to take a piece of clay and we're going to roll it in a ball and then in a log. Because we want to extend his arms to make it look like he's holding the Easter bunny. Oh, see, the clay's sticking. So I'm just going to add it to his arm, put the bunny in place, and just press his little hand around there. And then I'm going to take the clay and just blend it into his arm that's already there and that's still frozen. Now, if this wasn't frozen, you wouldn't be able to do this. Then I decided to add this cute little carrot to his other hand. Like he's going to feed his little pet bunny a carrot. So we're going to make another little ball, make a little log, and make him another little arm. Don't have to be perfect. Now look how super cute that is. Just by changing a Christmas mold of a gingerbread kid into now an Easter bunny one. Then I have this one. Now this one's got a present like imprinted on its belly with the bow, as you see there. So we're going to totally change him too. So I'm going to take a little chocolate bar. It is Easter. And cover that present. And then make him some arms. The same way as I just did the other one. Bend it over. Again, so you don't have to be perfect. Just blend it into the side. And again, it only works if the clay is frozen like it is. Once it's defrosted, you're going to dent it, distort it, get fingerprints all in it. And this will stay stuck together as the little gingerbread kid defrosts. And same if you're going to make ornaments, just add a paper clip on the back. Just cut the paper clip, hot glue it on the back, and hang it from your little trees. They're lightweight because it's foam clay. Then I have this girl gingerbread here, and she's going to hold an Easter egg. So I just made sure I turn it enough where it doesn't cover her mouth. I do embellish them a little bit with some supplies I had. Not much. This is the majority of the embellishments. I think this whole little set turned out so adorable. If you're interested in buying one of these little gingerbread set kits from me, I will be listing them in my Etsy store. Now we're going to work on our little Gingy Cottontail, Mrs. Gingy Cottontail. So I have this cute little Easter basket here, and this is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to take a piece of clay and roll it out to a snake, a really thin one, to make a handle for our basket. And we're just going to attach it to the back of her hand and then push the basket to her body so it will stick. Because remember, one spoon clay touches each other, they're stuck. And I did put the handle in the wrong place, a little too far in the middle, so I'm moving it. So you can work with it. But I didn't want to work with it too much to mess it up, so I'm going to grab a toothpick so I can fix the handle a little bit better. To open that gap right there. And then remember them bunnies we made? Now remember I said the frost is quick. So I'm going to take a razor blade. You can wait till it dries. But look, it's already sticking because it's defrosting. But I recommend doing it right now. And you see how it's smashing and all because it's already defrosting. And that's a razor blade. So my ears are not perfect. But you can just reshape them. As long as you still got the detail in them and the majority of the shape. Then I'm just going to add them to the top of her head. Take my little toothpick and make sure my edges of the ears are pressed down good. Smooth out and attach to her head. Now look, this is where I mess up. That's what I'm talking about. It is defrosted. You cannot pull on it. I had to cut it off. So there's our little girl. Our mama, Gingerbread. Now we're going to do Daddy. And Daddy, I forgot to make another basket. So it's not going to be in this video. I had to make it afterwards. As you saw in the beginning, I only made one basket. And I end up putting them in opposite hands. That way, Mama and Papa are like holding hands together. Make sure when you put the ears down, it's where you want them, because you saw once that clay sticks, It's stuck. But as you saw in the beginning of the video, what they look like, and you'll see it again at the end. So I'm just working with it and shaping his ears the way I like. Same with her. I do change her ears. Went her a little different. Now here I'm showing you the boy and the girl. Remember, I forgot to make his basket, so he's not holding his basket yet. And then here's where I took and I decided to bend her ears like a little lop ear Easter bunny. And his I left straight up. I just pushed them closer together. And if they're stuck too much, just take a toothpick and press down the center. Now you don't need a mold. You can freeform them yourself. Now these ears did have like a mark on them, but you know how bunny ears go inward, like, you know, indentation. So I'm just doing that with my toothpick. Just making a little indentation. Now if you have a clay tool, you can use that. I'm just using what's available to me at this moment in my kitchen. It did work some. They're already drying pretty quickly. I did make his basket. But that still has to go in the freezer. Now let's paint them as you like. So here I have mine painted. And I'm just doing a second coat on her dress. You can paint yours any which way you want, or you can... No, I wouldn't do it in color clay, it'd be too hard. Again, the gingerbread color I used was by Apple Barrel, was light mocha. I'm using crushed mint for her dress. And I used a really light pink. I used all pastel colors. Here's Papa with his Easter basket. And now I'm just taking some Mod Podge and going over the entire thing. And I do it with both of them once she dries, to protect them and give them a nice glossy coat. And then let that dry. And here's one of the kids. I only painted the egg, so I'm going to show you real quick just how I painted the gingerbread. Pretty simple. I don't do much to them. I don't like to mess with the faces too much because I always seem to mess them up. Now you can use a smaller brush if it's easier for you. And you can always touch up if it gets on, you know, the white egg on the back, because I did touch it up on the sides and all. And I just put a little bit of paint on my brush of different colors and just lightly brushed it across the egg where it still has like some of the white coming through. And then I do paint the backs. And then just make sure you smooth out your paint and you don't have any globs. So here I took some white paint and just dotted the eyes. And I did his mouth, but I'm fixing it because it went a little over. So here we can just touch it up if you get white paint on it. And a couple of those spots because it's still wet that I need to touch up on. But that's basically what I do. I take the end of my little paintbrush to dot the eyes. And then I took a little tool I have, a dotting tool, but you can use a toothpick, and just run paint right along the little smiley face that's sticking out. And again, like you see me doing, I'm fixing any mess ups. And here's what they look like before they were painted. Trying to give you a close up. This one I accidentally painted. I don't think I got paint happy. Cute little Easter bunnies. And then there's Papa. There's the ears I didn't add on to this one. This was the set I'm selling, which is in my other video. Now you can embellish it if you like, which I'm gonna do a little bit of embellishments. Now on the gingerbreads I did do their nose pinks and their cheeks. Now I have some Jenga blocks here that I'm going to use to make my little gingerbread stand up, but I'm using them again in my gingerbread train so that the blocks will be hidden. But if you use them just as something for your gingerbread to stand up on, then make sure you paint your blocks after you know, hot glue them down in place to match the gingerbread so you don't see it. I mean, think about how cute these would be to put on your little tier tray, or if you have a little tiny gingerbread ornament tree and then have them like underneath the tree, or if you decorate for gingerbread. Think about how expensive gingerbread stuff is. You can take this one mold and the possibilities are endless. So I really recommend check out how I finished the gingerbread train. I do have a gingerbread playlist. Check that out. Where I did a fake bait gingerbread train. I did a home goods dupe with gingerbread. I can't remember what else I've done. I've done so much. I'm just starting the gingerbread series. I got back late into YouTube. So here I have a little bow that I made last year out of cold porcelain clay, which I don't have a video on that, but I do have a video on making your own cornstarch clay and how to make embellishments out of air dry clay, and also a video on how to make fake bake out of plaster of Paris, which is what I made my last gingerbread kids out of. So I'm just adding 2 little bows to the girls' and I do add like a couple little embellishments to the parents too. Here I got these cute little polymer clay sprinkles at Hobby Lobby this year for like $1.50. And so I'm going to take some of them out of here. It was like little tulips, white tulips, little chicks, Easter bunnies, some little pink circles, some carrots, really cute little confetti, fake sprinkles for your fake baked cupcakes or whatever. So I thought this would be a perfect embellishment just to add to the little Easter eggs. So I got some Elmer's glue to the side. And you can't see that because I wanted to keep zoomed in on these little gingerbread kids. And again, I will link in the playlist, which when you look below the video, it says the word more. You click the word more and it'll pop it up, and that's where I'll put all the information on the molds. I probably won't get to that till later today, so if you watch this video before then, save it and come back to it. So there I have this cute little tiny white bunny head. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Putting 3 dots in the middle of the egg. And I'm going to take this little Easter bunny head. And I'm add it in the center of the egg. And then I decided to take 2 of these little yellow chicks. These are so tiny. I apologize, you really can't see. But they're so little. I zoomed in the best as I can. Then I was debating if that bunny should hold a little carrot, but then I was like, nah. So now we're going to decorate this little Easter egg with her, because the other egg that the boys hold, and that's pretty decorated. I'm not too sure what's supposed to be on that egg. It looks sort of like a bow ribbon type to me, so I'm going to take one of them little pink round circles and add on the circle part that looks like a center of a bow. I'm not sure what it is. Then I'm going to add 3 little dots of glue. And there's these little white tulip flowers. Now I'm going to add 3 little flowers to this Easter egg. I bought these for fake bakes, but I haven't even got a chance to do any Easter fake bakes. I did so many different Easter videos though, between farmhouse, and this was the last one I wanted to get done, and I just got it up. My Easter Cottontail Express train, so anybody who's hitting the Easter clearance can get what they can now. I'm telling you, if you're in the fake bakes and all, one, if you're in the crafting period, get the color dye, because you can dye wooden pins, clothespins, wood. Get the eggs, you can do so much with. You can do wreaths, garlands, you can make gumdrops. You can cut the foam eggs and make faux gumdrops. So many possibilities you can do with Easter eggs. I'm actually going to head to the store today at the Dollar General and hit the clearance. So on my train, I have my mama and papa on there. And I'm adding a little bit of glue to their Easter baskets. And I want to add inside the Easter basket a little white bunny. So it looks like a little white chocolate Easter bunny in it. So again, that's my Easter train part of it. So check out that video. Check out my other gingerbread videos. And go to my name, click on it, click on my picture, and check out all my other type of videos I have. I have so many things you would love to watch and see. You never know what I'm going to come up with next. I mean, just like I was sitting here talking, and I come up with now, birthday gingerbread. So what am I going to do next? Birthday gingerbread. On top of all the other collaborations I'm doing. Please check out the videos and see how I made this gingerbread train. And check the description box for the items if you're interested in buying the molds and the clay.